Good Hood Nation. Welcome back to HSL. Listen, I don't know if you've been hiding. You shouldn't be hiding, but if you are, stay hid, my friend. Stay hid. You know what I'm saying? But look, I saw on the news where this Army lieutenant was pepper sprayed by the law enforcement once he got stopped. You know what I'm saying? So when I first saw that, one of the first things it made me think is it seems as if law enforcement do not understand basic rules of engagement. Now, anyone who understands interacting with other individuals understand there has to be a basic level of engagement that is civilized. You know, a lot of times what I notice with law enforcement, even when they dealing with me, you know what I'm saying, is that they overly aggressive, they massively disrespectful, and then they expect compliance. And one of the things that I keep seeing, especially, you know what I mean, on like YouTube and Facebook and a lot of these other sites, there's always somebody that be like, you know what? If the person had just been compliant, you know, all you got to do is do what they say. Look, you do exactly what they tell you to do, you die. You don't do what they tell you to do, you die. You kind of try to do what they telling you to do, you die. It seems as if no matter what happens, you're going to die. You got what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this blind allegiance and this blind compliance. Look, I have to use my common sense because I'm trying to protect my life the same way you trying to protect your life, law enforcement dude. It ain't just do what you say just because you say do it. You know, it's like, it seems as if they do not see minorities as human. You know what? It might not just be minorities, but all I know is what I know and what I see and what I experience. I know from personal experience, they never view me as if I'm human. However, I know that I am. You got what I'm saying? They don't treat you with dignity and respect, but then they think you're supposed to just have this blind compliance. You're supposed to just do whatever they say. And then they have just complete immunity to anything, to any type of penalty. How I was taught is for consequences, you get a consequence when you transgress. That's how I was taught. So you go and you violate rules, retribution is coming. You got what I'm saying? And then you just go out in the world just because you're law enforcement and you just do whatever you want to do. And people got to do what you say just because you say do it. It seems as if it's supposed to be a code of honor, a code of ethics that you're supposed to abide by. But we keep seeing over and over and over that they never abide by the rules that are already established. This is what's just killing me, man. I don't understand. It seems like nobody else is thinking like this. But I keep seeing it over and over. And I'm so tired of this type of thing happening to individuals. I'm not just angry that it happened to African American people or black people. I'm mad that it keeps happening to all people. But what I keep noticing is that the people that keep dying and the people that completely, consistently is harmed are African American people. And that's why they keep talking about and saying Black Lives Matter, because they're trying to get you to see that, hey, you need to value these people's life, because it's obvious they do not. I done been through these situations, and it seems as if you're not even human to these people. They treat you just wrong. They treat you like they treat you with no dignity. They don't have no respect for you. They just violate all the rules of just humanity rules. And then you're supposed to be okay with that. So I'm going to tell you like this. If you are tired and frustrated, maybe even angry that individuals are consistently abused that look like you, then what you need to do is you got to take action. Now, when I say take action, I'm not saying go commit crime or go do something that's against the established law of the land that you live in. It's not what I'm saying. You have to become proactive. You know what I mean? That's why I salute Colin Kaepernick. You know what I mean? It's because he wants people to know their rights. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if you check out one of my channels, Attention Deficit Hood Analysis, I talk about how to interact with police or when you stop by law enforcement. You're doing that so that you can survive, so that then something else comes after that. You don't just survive like, whoo, I just got out of that situation and then let it live and let it breathe. Nah. You survive in the situation and then you get your reinforcements and you power up on them. You got what I'm saying? That's how you got to do. You got to power up on them with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So you got to hit these people in the pocket. You got to sue. You understand what I'm saying? Because look, one thing that I learned from living in America is that they only like the dollar. They only care about the dollar. You know what I'm saying? They don't care about, this is what I learned in America. I ain't talking about what you learned in America. But what they taught me is, yo, they only respect the mighty dollar. You understand what I'm saying? God, they don't care about God. People, they don't care about people. You know what I'm saying? Oh, ethics, they don't care about ethics. You know, having integrity, they don't care about that. But this structure that runs and regulates society only cares about the dollar. So when you get these encounters with law enforcement that are not legitimate, then guess what? Got to hit that pocket. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but like I said, you got to empower yourself with knowledge. So encouraging you, I got to encourage you. I have to empower yourself with knowledge. So you need to know your local law. You got me? You need to know your rights. You need to know what you right. Because look, a lot of times law enforcement, they violate your rights because you do not know your rights. So if you know your rights, then what happens is you are empowered with knowledge so that when your rights are violated, then you can recognize it and then you could create some type of action that I consider as reinforcement. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how it is. Because look, if you don't know that your rights are being violated because you don't know your rights, then guess what? It's going to keep happening over and over and over. And you know the definition of insanity. Well, some people's definition of insanity, you know, but some people's definition of insanity is me looking in the mirror. You understand what I'm saying? Of course you do. So, you know, but that's what it is. But when I saw that situation with that law enforcement, you know what I mean? It didn't fit right with me. You know what I mean? I wasn't okay with it. You know what I mean? I hope dude shake back. I know he getting ready to sue the law enforcement and all that. You got to hit him in the pocket, man. You got to hit him. And then they learn that lesson. You got what I'm saying? So, you know, that's just how it is. But if you are, I don't support being massively aggressive and non-compliant, you know, but I do support knowing your rights, vocally exercising those rights so that the individual that you're dealing with know that you are a knowledgeable individual. Because a lot of times, this is from what I noticed, when you know your rights and you exercise those rights vocally, that doesn't mean be non-compliant, but when you exercise those rights vocally, Like you communicate what's right, what's wrong, what's ethical and what's unethical. It changes the scenario. You got what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. But like I said, look, if you know law enforcement out there, look, man, these guys need some training, man. They need some different types of, they need a different type of seminar. Because I'm telling you, they treat you horrible, man. You're nothing to them. They'll murder you in the streets and don't care nothing about it. You know, and then what I noticed about the video is it's like these guys be on a power trip. You know what I'm saying? It's like they feel like they got the power, they're in a position of authority, so you just do whatever they tell you to do. And then if you don't do what they tell you to do, then guess what happens to you? You face a consequence for challenging them. You got what I'm saying? Because that's what I think happened to Sandra Bland. You know, she just wasn't so compliant to and doing and saying whatever you want her to say and doing exactly what you want her to do when you want her to do it. So you get angry at it, and then what happened to her? Nobody's ever gonna be able to tell me that they did not murder her in that cell. Nobody's gonna be able to tell me that. Because I'm telling you, when they see you, they don't see you. They can't see you as human. They cannot see you. You got me? And then, even with the Breonna Taylor situation, you know, I know I'm jumping around, but, you know, this stuff just popped up into my brain. But even with that situation, it's like, yo, what you did wrong. They won't instantly come out and talk about the wrong that they did. But guess what? Anytime and every single time they think that you did something wrong, guess what they do? Or if you get arrested and it make national news, one of the first things they do is that they go through your history. And guess what? If you smoked weed or if you got any type of infraction, guess what they do? They call you a criminal. They instantly justify why they did whatever they did against you automatically. You got me? Because they don't see you as human. A lot of times what people don't understand, especially in the country of the United States, is that this nation was never intended to be a nation for all people. You got what I'm saying? It eventually morphed into something different, but this was supposed to be a nation that was stolen and ruled by one set of people. You got what I'm saying? Some of you were never supposed to be regular citizens. That's why you would call 3/5 of a man. You got what I'm saying? But I'm going off topic right now. But those police officers, I heard one of them got fired. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, I'm going to tell you like this. You know, they got something called the Blue Shield, right? So you got two officers. One officer do wrong. The other officer don't really do wrong. But guess what? That's crazy, because if I'm beside a dude and he stole a car and I'm just in the car, don't even know he stole it, guess what? We both get in that charge. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand the thinking of, why both of them ain't getting charged with the same thing. You know what I mean? If you firing one, fire the other one too. Because the other one didn't stop like, hey, I got this, let me do that. Nah, he let everything bad happen. And guess what? In this land of the United States, they tell you as a regular citizen that if you see a crime and you let it happen, then guess what? You complicit to that crime. That means you became an accomplice to that crime by saying nothing. So if you allow people to do wrong and you say absolutely nothing, then guess what? You are a part of the problem. You're not a part of the solution. So they need to get rid of both of those problems, not just one of them. You got what I'm saying? Because the only reason why these police departments, it seemed like it, the only reason why these departments terminate is because, boom, it makes national news. You know what I mean? Because the officers that violated people I know, yo, they still in the streets and they still run behind dudes until they breathless. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But that's what it is. I'm saying empower yourself through knowledge. Stay focused. Stay safe. Follow me on all platforms. And, yo, support the hood.